Hey YouTube, Parson Rick here tonight. Let me see if I can get that light out of the background there. Sorry. Had it all situated and then I leaned as I am wont to do. Well, this is a VR for Eddie Gray, Pipe Nook. Congrats on his 1,000 subs. And for all I know, it might be over. I've been struggling to come up with 5 favorite albums, 5 anything. I just love music. I have no ability whatsoever to play said music. I took guitar lessons, piano for 3 years. I've got drums and I've got flutes and I've got guitars and pianos in the house. I can't play nothing. I'm barely functional with a radio. And I love music. I wish I had the gift, but I do not. Sorry. So Eddie, I don't even know if the contest is still going on. But I hope you'll accept what I have to offer tonight. I have a few genres that I particularly like. I like almost everything. I've even heard a rap song or two that I can tolerate. I like unusual things like ska, and you don't even hear that anymore. But there's been several types of music that have made a big difference in my life at different times in my life. Of course, when I was in college, there was a lot of Pink Floyd, Alan Parsons, Kansas, Journey, head music, stuff that you really appreciate when you're stoned. I know nobody else has a clue what I'm talking about, but a lot of those things like Pink Floyd and Alan Parsons that just crawl up into your head and spin around in circles. Carry On My Wayward Son, all that stuff. Of course, growing up, junior high and high school was a lot of Creedence Clearwater and other kind of anti-war folk music, stuff from Woodstock and all that. As I got a little older, I started, listening to different music, and I have a problem because I quite often I don't listen to the words. I don't have any idea. Most of the songs that I enjoy, I have no idea who sings them, who wrote them. Nothing like that. I hear them and I go, oh, I like that song. But I never remember who it is so that I could actually buy it or play it. Used to buy a lot of, back in the record days, which are coming again now, and I'm real happy about that. But back in the record days, new tobacco, it's going out a lot. Back in the record days, we had a big, I'm sure they did a lot of places, but a big record shop that had $1 LPs. And you'd find things in there that, hey, it's $1, I'll take a shot on it. Some of my favorite things, I picked up Chuck Mangione in there for $1 one time. Within a matter of about a month, I'd bought every record he put out. Just some good jazz. Love that. Love the blues. So listen to the blues on the way to work. There's a KRVM, which you can find on your internet. They're a listener-supported station here. They're one of the oldest listeners, I think the oldest listener-supported station in the United States. And every morning from like 6 to 10 or something is Breakfast with the Blues every day, and all sorts of genre, divisions in the blues community, and every day is a different brand of blues. I really like it. Man, it's been going on, I don't know, 20 some years. Really nice to listen to. I don't care for all of it, but I do like most of it. Like bluegrass, Americana music, stuff you can sing along with. Love Willie Nelson. You know why? Everybody can sing with Willie. You don't have to be good. You can sing with Willie. When I started seeking after God, I liked a lot of Christian music. It spoke to me, especially early on. At one part of my journey, I was involved with a Messianic Jewish church, and I started singing and listening to Messianic music. And my uncle's a big preacher guy, and he came back from Jerusalem. He started a Christian school there, and he came back and he said, "Rick," he said, I had to unlearn everything I thought I knew about worship, because the Jews have been worshiping God for 6,000 years and they know what they're doing." And I started listening to a lot of it, and I learned that there's a difference. There's a difference between praise and worship. Praise music is thanking God for what He's done, basically, but worship music is because of who He is. The word worship in the Hebrew means kneel. It's the word for the knee, and you can't worship on your feet. You worship on your knee. You worship on your face. And in the Greek, it means to grovel and lick the hand like a dog. Learned a lot about worship listening to the Messianic music, Paul Wilbur, some of those guys. There was one song I couldn't listen to it in the car because my eyes would close and my hands would raise, and that's not a good idea. I like country music, cowboy music, the old stuff, Bob Wills, Texas Playboys, Riders in the Sky for a new group that does the same sort of thing. God Save Me, even David Allan Coe, one of the old outlaws. Almost everything. I love music. Love listening to it. Love singing along to it. I actually led songs in my church for several years. I can't sing a lick, but I can make a joyful noise. Oh, love Celtic music. I love Flogging Molly and a lot of the pub songs and the revolt songs, and just, it makes you feel good. It's easy music. You can sing along with it. You can get riled up. You can dance. Whatever you want. Love Celtic music. Yeah. Listening to a little bluegrass right here. But here's one, I bet the majority of the people, the two guys that'll watch this video, there's a guy, and he's been around a long time. Went to high school with my mom. His name's Mason Williams. Most people know him from Classical Gas, a very famous song. But he has written a lot of really peculiar music, and he's from just right up the road here, and he's got some songs that I made sure my kids learned, and they're probably the only kids on the face of the earth that know these songs, like the Prince's Panties and the Three-Legged Waltz and stuff like that. I love music that makes you laugh, like Ray Stevens and guys like that. Can't roller skate in a buffalo herd, but you can be happy if you have a mind too. Lots of good stuff out there. So, Eddie, sift through that, find something you like or not. But it's a great idea. You put me through the ringer trying to think of something, trying to narrow it down. I just can't. Every time I mention one, I'm thinking of 5 others. So, congrats on your subs. Always enjoy your station, and God bless you. Parson Rick out.